You've read the books, you've watched the seminars, you've downloaded the apps, you've tried the 5 a.m. routine, the ice baths, the 10-step productivity framework that was supposed to change everything. You followed someone else's exact blueprint for success, and you are still stuck. You are still standing in the exact same place, and that quiet, corrosive voice in your head starts to whisper, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I'm just broken. Let me tell you right now, you are not broken. The blueprint is. Today, we are going to talk about why no one else's path will ever work for you, and how to finally build your own. The entire self-help industry is built on a lie. It's a comforting lie, but it's a lie nonetheless. The lie is that there is a perfect formula out there waiting for you, a magic sequence of steps that if you just follow it with enough discipline will unlock the life you want. But think about it. It's absurd. Why do we believe that a morning routine that worked for a 25-year-old tech bro will work for a single parent with 2 jobs? Why do we think a productivity system built by a retired Navy SEAL will work for an artist trying to overcome a deep creative block? We've been told to just copy-paste success, but your life isn't a copy-paste job. Here is the central problem. You are trying to install someone else's software on your unique hardware, your internal operating system, with your specific history, your unique fears, your personal hopes, your biology, your trauma is entirely your own. And the result of trying to run incompatible software is always the same, a system crash. It's that cycle of frustration, that burst of motivation followed by the inevitable crash, and that corroding belief that you are the failure. You're not a failure. You're just an architect trying to build a skyscraper using the blueprints for a log cabin. The problem isn't your work ethic. The problem is the plan. The Wolf Method isn't about giving you another formula. It's about giving you the tools to become your own architect. So, where does an architect begin? Not with the first brick, not with the fancy design. You begin with the ground. Before you can build up, you must dig down. And the foundation of your unique system is what we call radical clarity. This isn't a wish list. This isn't manifesting. This is a brutally honest, judgment-free diagnostic. It has 3 parts. First, where am I? And I mean exactly. We need a cold, factual analysis of your starting point. Not, I'm unhappy with my job, but I feel a knot of anxiety every Sunday at 4 p.m. I am earning X, but my skills are worth Y. I am spending 2 hours a day procrastinating on tasks that should take 20 minutes. Not, I'm bad with money, but I have $4,200 in credit card debt. My impulsive spending trigger is social media scrolling between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. No judgment, no shame, just the data. This is your point A. This is the topography of your land. Second, where do I want to go? I want to be happier is not a destination. It's a weather report. Be an architect. Be specific. Not, I want to be healthier, but I want to have the energy to play with my kids for an hour after work without feeling exhausted. I want to run a 10K. I want to wake up feeling vitality, not fog. Paint the picture. What does a day in this new life feel like? What's the dominant emotion? What can you hear? What can you smell? Make it so clear you can taste it. This is your point B. And third, the most important part, why? This is your system's fuel. This is the reactor core, and the superficial answer won't cut it. Because it would be nice, or because it's good for me, will not get you through the hard days. You have to dig until you hit a nerve. Why do you want that business? So I can have freedom. Why do you want freedom? So I can be present for my family. Why? Because I watched my parents miss my childhood, and I refuse to do the same. Bam. That is fuel. That is a why, strong enough to power your system when resistance is screaming in your face. Without this why, any path will do, and all of them will lead you right back to where you started. Okay, your foundation is poured. You have your point A, your point B, and your why. Now the architect draws the blueprint.
This isn't just a floor plan of your goals. This is a forensic investigation of the invisible structure that is already running your life. This is where we map your personal mechanics, your patterns, your unique feedback loops, your personal system.
We start by mapping the saboteurs. You have to understand why your best efforts have failed before. Don't just look at the symptom. I procrastinate is a symptom. We have to find the loop. Let's trace it. The symptom is procrastination. What's the trigger? A big, important project. What's the emotion? Overwhelm. Fear. Fear of what? Fear of not doing it perfectly. Where does that come from? A deep, limiting belief. My worth is tied to my performance. You see that? Your procrastination isn't a laziness problem. It's a perfectionism problem, rooted in a worth problem. You can't fix that with a to-do list app. You have to redesign that specific mechanism. What are your loops? That voice of self-criticism that paralyzes you? That pattern of burnout every 3 months? The way your body reacts to stress? Map them out. Next, you distill the essentials. Amidst all the noise of what you should do, what are your non-negotiables? What are your personal operating rules? Maybe your rule is consistency over intensity, or clarity before action, or rest is a non-negotiable prerequisite for work. If you had to build your new life using only 3 core values, what would they be? These are your primary building materials. Finally, you integrate this into your system. This is the key. A perfect solution is useless if your system rejects it. A 5 a.m. morning routine is a disaster if you are a biological night owl with a new baby. The ideal diet is useless if it's incompatible with your family life. The best solution is the one that creates the least internal friction. How can you build habits that your actual life, your actual biology, and your actual psychology will accept and not fight? This is your blueprint. It's not a generic template. It's a custom-designed plan based on your land, your materials, and your destination. You have the foundation. You have the blueprint. Now, and only now, do we begin construction. This process of clarity and investigation reveals what we call your guiding thread of action. This thread is the invisible line connecting your deepest why, the foundation, directly to your daily actions, the construction. It's not a fragile line of hope. It's a steel cable forged in your own truth. It's the source code of your transformation. And when you find this thread, when you finally have a plan that is 100% yours, something incredible happens. What once felt impossible now feels manageable. What once felt hard begins to feel effortless. This isn't magic. It's systemic engineering. It's alignment. That internal resistance, that massive, heavy friction that used to drain all your willpower and pull you back to the couch, it drops. It all but disappears. Why? Because you are no longer at war with yourself. There's no longer a fight between what you think you should do and what your system is actually willing to execute. The energy you wasted fighting yourself, pushing that boulder up the hill every single day, is now fully channeled into action, into building. This is flow. This is coherence. Paths don't open up by chance. They are paved by the unshakable alignment between your plan and your nature. Stop looking for the perfect formula. It doesn't exist. It never did. The self-help shelf is full of formulas that worked brilliantly for someone else. But you are not someone else. Your life is not a paint-by-numbers kit. It is a blank canvas. Your internal system is not a broken-down machine. It is a piece of earth waiting for the right architect. You are the architect. Stop trying to download broken blueprints. It's time to build your own. The Wolf Method is the process that teaches you how. It's the set of architectural tools to help you investigate your foundation, map your internal systems, and finally, build a life that is authentically, powerfully, and sustainably yours. If you are tired of following formulas that fail, if you are ready to stop fighting yourself and start building, then this is where your work begins. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, click subscribe for more, and go to the link in the description to learn more about the Wolf Method and how you can start drawing your own blueprint today.